Here we go. Fate of the week. All right, except it's not with Jacob from WeWantPicks.com. It's with Bet Sam. It appears Jacob had to step away. He's on a hiatus. I don't know if it had anything to do with Bet Sam replacing the We Want Picks product. But here we go. He's got an underdog opportunity. He's got three of them for you. All right, it's Yana Santos, Ryan Loader, Cameron Smotherman. And we're going to open it up here with Yana Santos, Miesha Tate. All right, Yana Santos is the underdog. She's a K1 kickboxer. She's married to Thiago Santos. And hey, listen, I think a lot of folks are underplaying the potential that Miesha Tate has to out-grapple Yana Santos and defend herself. How? This girl can counter against Yana Santos. She has polished up her striking her last three outings, all right? Even as far back as her fight with Ketlin Vieira. A lot of folks don't know, but Miesha Tate actually competed in wrestling, state championships. She's got incredible grappling, good jiu-jitsu. She's a black belt. And there are things to like about her here against Yana Santos. The ranking, for example. If you think about the matchmaking as well, Miesha Tate has the potential to face the girls that are below her or above her. Or she could get girls to break in. For example, I suspect, whether it's Jocelyn Edwards, I highly doubt that's who they'll matchmake between Yana Santos and Miesha Tate here. I believe it will be Miesha Tate and Norma Dumont. Okay, so in the last 10 years, Yana Santos has fought primarily strikers. And now folks are thinking she's the underdog of the card. Who has Miesha Tate fought? Grapplers, strikers alike. All right, so to us here, we have odds. We'll publish that on ProSchmoBets.com. We have a write-up. We have a summary. We get more technical with the stylistic matchmaking of the fight, which is incredibly important. A lot of folks, they have their power rankings. They have their data science, okay, for drawing and beating lines. Okay, beating lines on Monday, right? When you see the line reversing, because people are hammering, the sharps are hammering, the public is hammering a dog or a favorite. Well, guess what, folks? That makes up a number too. Stylistic matchups make up a number. All right, we're going to move on to the next dog. The next dog opportunity, all right, Bet Sam, next dog opportunity is Cameron Smotherman. There's a lot to say about Cameron Smotherman, a lot, okay? For one, he keeps his head center line. Yet a lot of folks think that guy is the underdog of the card. I get it. People are arguing that Sergey City did not have a good showing with Garrett Armfield. Do you guys know who Garrett Armfield is? That guy was boxing since he was 8 years old. He also wrestles. That's who Garrett Armfield is. I believe Sergey City won the first round. He may potentially have, pulled a draw in the second. Okay, potentially. Majority decision the whole fight. But fuck it. They gave him the decision win against a great fighter in Garrett Armfield. Now, why do I believe Sergey City got the nod? Well, to be frank, he has managers, he has people that surround him, and he had a decision loss against a fight he won. This was with Ramon Tavares, the rematch. If you could go back and watch that fight, that's his debuting fight after the Contender Series, right? He's rematching Ramon Tavares. He wins that fight. And, the scorecards, the judges decided differently. So I believe his management spoke to the UFC, and they were pretty adamant about it. And, if things didn't go his way, the second time or third time around, because he's such a technical striker, he does absorb many hits, but he's primarily a grappler. Although he's well-rounded and he's incredibly versatile, he would leave the UFC. So that's what we suspect. In other words, that decision had to go to Sergey City, or Sergey City against Garrett Armfield would be the last fight he would ever undertake with the UFC. All right, this is how these boys play from the Ukraine and overseas. And now you have Cameron Smotherman. Cameron Smotherman, if you did not know, was preparing for this fight, his camp, with the one and only Diego Lopez. And he's going to be cornered by Adrian Yanez. Now, all that is said and good. No problem. While Garrett Armfield, again, a boxer from the age of 8, was fighting Sergey City, I realized that Garrett was very effective with dirty boxing. Okay, grabbing over Sergey, uppercutting him. It was wild, man. Trying to get him into a brawl. This is something that Cameron Smotherman does not possess. It's not in his fight repertoire. These strike sequences, shot selections don't really exist. You don't see them much on the amateur scene, and so on and so forth. All right. So if there was any reason why Garrett Armfield was successful, it was only for that reason on the feet. All right. Besides his footwork, no problem. But it was the dirty boxing that really was scoring him the rounds. Yeah. Again, Cameron Smotherman, if he's on the center line, you'll see it again, and he absorbs too many hits. It's Sergey City here on the money line. Absolutely no way I see Cameron Smotherman knocking out Sergey City. Sergey City is a relentless grappler. And yeah, I'm not sure if you guys are watching the game, but the Detroit Pistons and the Knicks, man. The Detroit Pistons and the Knicks are playing. We have the Pistons at +2.5 on the spread, -155 for a super hammer of the year, man. So yes, other than that, man, the striking speed of Cameron Smotherman makes his shot selection, strike sequences a bit predictable and latent. So again, we give the advantage here to Sergey City. All right, we have a more technical point of view. You can read that on the website. Something to mention, I believe, is recency bias. I think that's how this line was set. People saw Wellmaker last week knock out Cameron Simon, and I believe people think that that young man is somehow an image or a likeness in Cameron Smotherman, who's got a good straight punch like Montel Jackson, right? All right, so we're going to move on. All right, here we go. Technical difficulties, but we're back. All right, Ryan Loder, Azamat Bekhoev. Something to note here, Bekhoev is a Sambo expert from the Caucasus region. I mean, this young man has fought his ass off, all right, wrestled his ass off, and has yet to exercise that in the octagon. I think this is a great opportunity for him to scramble out of things with Ryan Loder, but unfortunately, Ryan Loder's striking is incredibly amateur. He's got wide hands. He's susceptible, open, right down the middle. It's a straight right for Azamat Bekhoev, and it's game over for Ryan Loder. Now, I understand Ryan Loder is a credentialed NCAA wrestler. I get it. I know how his outing went with Robert Valentin. But, he did seek the level change. He did seek to grapple, set up his striking so he can grapple. He is offensively wrestling his opponents because he has a vulnerability. He's desperate. He cannot be read, all right, in the stand-up. And that's why Azamat Bekhoev, who has good cardio, round 3 cardio, despite the fights you've seen him in on the regional scenes, despite his fight with this debuting wrestler, despite that outing that looked, somewhat amateur because of that poor striking, he won the belt. All right. He won the championship belt on the regional scene. All right. He comes from a reputable promotion. And again, Ryan Loder does not have the striking to defend himself whatsoever. Does not have the footwork. Absolutely not. He may tire out. Azamat Bekhoev has ground and pound you wouldn't believe. Now, I'd like to provide you a more technical analysis on this. We're fading all three of these picks, okay? From Bet Sam. That's what we got. We'll provide odds for them. We'll give you a more technical analysis, a technical read on things to consider. I think if there's any good underdogs, you must consider guys like Daniel Marcos. All right, guys, and there's more. But again, follow us at ProSchmoBets.com. Another one, potentially Juliana Miller. And if you might be apprehensive about the money line, take that +3.5. That spread is incredible. All right, we're looking at maybe +125, +150 on the spread. You can also do a +5.5 or maybe -150. You guys know who Juliana Miller is. Follow us, Pro Schmo Bets, on the channel. We have a breakdown of this fight card. Catch you on the flip side.